And we are live here from the Macon Coliseum. I'm Graham Tuck with Joe Kopp Show, bringing you Game 3 of the Mayhem season on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. It's the Macon Mayhem on Oktoberfest night, taking on the visiting Fayetteville Marksmen for the second time this weekend. And Joe, let's look back at last night before we get too deep into things. For the second game in a row, the Mayhem allowed the first goal in the first period, Grant Loven getting on the board at 13:55 in the first, but then it was 4 unanswered goals between the first, second, and third period for the Mayhem, and it was all the top line. Marcinkiewicz, Grimshaw, and Cohen doing the brunt of the work to get the first 3 goals, and then Jake Goldowski getting his first goal of the season in the third to make it a 4-1 lead. Fayetteville scratched across one more, but it was really a start-to-finish performance by the Mayhem that they can be proud about going into this Saturday night.
Yeah, it was a great effort all around. That second period is really what set it apart, and it was great resiliency in the first to even it back up and finally take the lead in the second. It was an excellent job, their first lead of the season, and they never let it go. They kept the pedal to the metal, kept going and scoring, and that allowed for the 4-2 victory that we saw last night.
Well, we talked a lot about the penalty kill for the Mayhem. It went 1 for 4 last Saturday against the Bulls, and last night it needed to step it up against a struggling Marksman power play. That's exactly what happened. 7 for 7 on the kill last night for the Mayhem.
Yeah, you're not going to exactly see that too often. 7 for 7, even having 7 opportunities is an insane amount. However, the Mayhem stood up to the number. They were up to the task, and while it was iffy here and there and some goals were built off of it, off momentum, just the one that would be scored in the third period, it was actually just an all-around effort going 7 for 7. An excellent job, and that makes the power plays for the Marksmen fall to 1 in 14, just above 7% if you're a good math fan. So they have fallen on the season to a mark you just can't have. They'll look to improve that, while the Macon Mayhem will try and stay strong in the penalty kill.
Yeah, that they will, and it's going to be an important matchup to take a look at again tonight. Again, 0 for 7 on the power play last night for the Marksmen. Macon was 0 for 3 on their power plays last night, and also they had a penalty shot drawn by Patrick Marcinkiewicz that doesn't show up on the power play chart, but they had 3 opportunities on the man advantage and the penalty shot, weren't able to convert on any of them, but Josh Boyko was the story last night. 44 saves to get the win in net, his first of the season.
Yeah, and they were flashy saves as well. It wasn't easy all night. He was having to work hard. His agility, we mentioned a bit of a smaller goalie. His agility is really what showed out. He doesn't take up a big part of the net like a standard goalie, but he was able to move side to side really effectively. Lots of kick blocks that helped his team out, and his agility and able to cover the puck last second, not letting up juicy rebounds, really helped the team, and he was a top player in that game.
Really important game for the Mayhem tonight as they look to get above 500 for the first time since November 4th of 2023. We'll take a break here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network and bring you back to the first period here in Macon. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. Ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. And we are back here in the Macon Coliseum, just about ready for opening puck drop. And it is time to meet the starting lineups for both teams. And we'll start with the visiting Fayetteville Marksmen tonight. Graham Tuck here with Joe Kopshow. The forwards for the Marksmen, Tyler Barrow at forward on the left wing, Grant Loven in the middle, and on the right wing it'll be Reggie Millette, who had a very eventful evening last night. And on defense, it'll be Tyler Love, along with Daniel Diamond. In the net, Ryan Kenny. For the Mayhem, it'll be Brandon Reller, centered by Jake Goldowski. Dan Winslow on the right wing. Andre Simonchik on the left defense after being signed to a professional tryout earlier today. He's back in the lineup after playing on opening night. Gregory Sosinski is his partner on the right, and Josh Boyko gets his third straight start in net for the Mayhem. We'll take another quick break here and be back after this on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem.
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. And we're back here ready for puck drop in Macon. It's Goldowski versus Anzai, who has slated in on that top line. They announced Lovin as the starting center for the Marksmen, but it is Anzai set to take the draw. And we're just about ready to go here. I'm Graham Tuck with Joe Kopp Show on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Second game of a two-game weekend series between these two clubs, owned by the same ownership group, and you can see right away Dan Winslow trying to get in the head of Reggie Millette at the red line. Millette was right in the center of a couple frays towards the end of last night's game, and now we're going to step away from the face-off circle for a little bit, but we might be seeing some mind games early here, Joe.
Yeah, same ownership group, but maybe not much love lost between these two teams. We heard Millette announced as a starter, and the whole stadium erupted in boos. So no love lost between these two, and of course already getting in the head of each other as these teams will fight the mental battle as well as physical, and it starts before the puck's even dropped.
That it does, and we'll see if we get anything fun out of it. But we're underway, and the Marksmen win the face-off to start things off here in Macon. Marksmen were very, very good in the face-off circle last night in the first period. The Mayhem kind of fought back in that category as the game went along, but already going to be a quick shift for the first couple guys. Actually, this is going to be, a full 5 guys coming out for the Mayhem, only 9 seconds in. Obviously, a bit thrown off seeing that Loven is not the starting center, and you're getting a whole new set out there.
Yeah, and you're getting a powerful lineup that we saw a lot of last night with the offensive zone draw.
It's Cohen, Grimshaw, and Marcinkiewicz out there for the Mayhem, and it may just be as simple as you want this unit out there for the O-zone draw. Miguel Diaz, a slap shot tipped in front, and a big first save for Ryan Kenny getting the start tonight for the Marksmen. It was Davidson last night for the Marksmen. Here comes Millett on the backhand, and he scores. Wow. Oh, and he's going to have some words for the crowd after that. That was a nice and quick backhand goal for Reggie Millett. And it's 1-0 Marksmen very quickly inside the first minute.
Yeah, just cut in, got the puck on his backhand and buried it. Good move to speed past his defender, and after that, 1-on-none. And Boyko, we saw him save a ton of shots. The first he'll see tonight, he'll want back, as that one just beat him blocker side above his shoulder.
38 seconds in, 1-0 Marksmen. Not the start you want if you are Macon. And already a bit of a line change here on this line. Goldowski and Winslow are back out there, but it's Ibarra on the wing instead of Reller, who started. And now another group of forwards is going to come out there. Very short shifts off the bat for the Mayhem.
Yeah, it looks like there's certain plans that with wherever this draw might be, they want different players out there to win it back a certain direction. And of course, maybe more defensive-minded forwards or offensive-minded players.
Here comes Tao Ishizuka with Justin Kelly. Kelly's shot blockered away. Kelly getting his first point of the season as this is fired down for icing by the Marksman. For Kelly, that's his first professional assist as well last night, I should say. So congratulations to him on that. But early on, the Mayhem down 1-0, just 1 minute off the clock here. And for the third game in a row, they'll have to fight from behind. Tyson going to take this face-off. He was out of the lineup last night. Draws back in tonight. Monkovic with it in the defensive end after another face-off win for Fayetteville. And they'll dump it in. Nolan given a rough ride there by Mastrangeli in his first shift. Cup throwing the shoulder there in the corner as well. Tyson looking for Kelly. Puck kept in by the Marksman, but an intercept here up for Ishizuka. He's got a couple men to beat, and it'll be slapped in by Tyson. He lost it. Tyson with a takeaway. In, and a save made by Kelly. Rebound chance, and it's stopped there by Kenny.
Not too sure how he kept the puck the whole time. It looked like he would have lost it once, twice, finally cuts in. Kenny's able to turn it away and eventually find the juicy rebound that was left out right in front of him. Excellent job to make the save. I think the puck just drifted too far away. Couldn't get an excellent shot on goal, and Kenny was able to turn it away and freeze that one for a face-off.
The two scratches for the Mayhem tonight, Tanner Hops and Brad Genion, as Cohen fires one onto Kenny, and he'll hang on. Came a little bit higher than he thought it might have, but able to make the stop.
Yeah, it looked like he caught that one up in the face mask, and that's a good way to wake a goalie up. A little bit of coffee right here in the start of the first period. After getting that one in the upper shoulder or face mask area, he'll have to pay attention to those top corners as the Mayhem look to beat him. It looked like that one drifted blocker side.
Mayhem with another O-zone draw here. It's going to be kept in by Sosinski. He'll send it down the wall for Cohen. Taken away here by Grimshaw. He'll hold things up in the corner. Falls to a knee, gets back up, still has it. Grimshaw taken to the wall, and Gritz makes a play. Mayhem still with it in neutral ice. Here is Sosinski. That one's deflected at the blue line by Cohen. Nearly went on net to Kenny, but the Mayhem will change here. Hit thrown there by Aromatario onto Acosta. Miguel Diaz back to get it. Diaz Reverses it for Aromatario. Now here is Goldowski. Backhand off the wall. Winslow with it. Winslow had Marcinkiewicz, couldn't get it to him around the wall. Now Marcinkiewicz will let it go by him. McGill Diaz down low. And this is sent down by the Marksmen, and it's icing.
So I had that one burst by the Marksmen. Since then, it's been back and forth. The Mayhem with the better chances, but really just that opening score for the Marksmen could play the story of this one. As so far, it's just been back and forth. 3 minutes in, these teams evenly matched. It's just when you make a mistake like that and give the speedy Millette room, he's going to make you pay, and now you have to try and fight back. We've seen the resilience of the Mayhem. We'll see if we see it here again tonight.
Millette with the tally, the difference maker so far. They officially gave the goal to Grant Lovin. It was very obviously Millette who scored the goal. We'll see who the assists go to. Turned over in neutral ice, the Marksman with it here. Brick wall at the blue line is Jarrett Cupp. It'll be an unassisted goal by Reggie Millette. After watching it back, Marcinkiewicz will want to have that shift back, but Mayhem are moving on to bigger and better things. Goldowski trying to make a breakout here. Pass too far out in front of Mastrangeli, but fortunately for the Mayhem, it's on goal, so that negates icing.
And again, it looks like they'll have a full swap here of the players on the ice, getting some new legs, although shouldn't be allowed. We'll see. Ref's holding up something here. We'll see what the discussion is about.
The way that, with that kind of speed, the official just skated over to the Mayhem bench, it looked like he may have heard something he didn't like. And now he's talking to Captain Cupp. Pretty animated. There may have been some words exchanged, maybe one directionally from the Mayhem bench. I'm not quite sure, but nevertheless, it's an ozone draw for the Tyson line with Kelly and Ishizuka. Mastrangeli with it from Kelly. Here is Mastrangeli, his shot blocked. Rebound comes to Ishizuka. He'll settle a shot, throw it right into the logo on the chest of Kenny, and a stop.
Good job by Kenny to see that one through. 2 defenders out in front of him. His own men kind of blocking his view. It somehow doesn't hit either one of them, but hits him right in the chest, and he brings it in. And yeah, you're right. We already saw the physicality here pick up. Everyone was finishing their checks just 4 minutes in, and then, of course, having to talk to the benches early could be some signs for things picking up later in this one.
Aerial pass to the red line. That's Sosinski, not Mastrangeli. Sat his man down as they waited for the puck to come back down to earth. Fanning on an attempt there. Marcinkiewicz has got it here. He'll skate away with it, finds Grimshaw. He had a great night last night. Grimshaw in on side, drops for Cohen, 2-on-1. Cohen shot into the glove of Kenny, and he didn't catch it cleanly, but he will hold on.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Cohen. Got Kenny drifting one way, goes the other. However, just the big body from Kenny, 6'2", 205, able to block it down. Kenny has certainly looked fallible. A couple juicy rebounds given up. That one not too clean. We'll see if the Mayhem can take advantage and get one by him early and try and even this one back up.
Kenny got the start in that 9-6 win over Roanoke. He saved 17 of 23. And it was Davidson in net last night for the Marksmen. An ozone possession time here for the Mayhem. Shot from the top of the circle, blocked there. Rebound shot right into the glove. No rebound that time. Kenny, one of those, in skateboarding they call it funky footed, I believe. He catches with his right hand, which is another word I've heard to describe it as wrong side goaltending. So almost 95% of goaltenders catch with their left hand, but Kenny is the other way around, catches with his right, and that could be a mind game for shooters sometimes.
Yeah, obviously they would think in a normal goalie situation, if you're shooting blocker side, you would be shooting on the left side, as that one swallowed up off the face-off. But in this situation, his glove on his right side, you obviously would think, if I'm taking a shot, I got a tight angle, I might be able to beat him blocker side. Well, hey, my glove's over here. I'm going to be able to rip that down. We'll see how that plays an effect in this one.
Loose puck. After the faceoff, Tyson had a chance at a shot there, but couldn't get it off. Cupp skates over, a great angle, and makes the hit there onto Loven. Tyson with a takeaway here. Kelly near side. Slapped in front of the Mayhem bench. It's on to Boyko. He'll keep the puck moving. He was very, very aggressive with his puck handling last night, and it never came back to bite him, but it definitely got a little skittish sometimes.
Yeah, certainly something that would make a coach cringe every once in a while and be a little scared. Of course, the benefit of that is the risk. You can get your offense going, but sometimes a defensive mistake and all of a sudden a point's on the board as the net is rattled by the puck behind you.
Simonchik had it taken away from him by Millette. Cross-ice pass. Here's a lane. Shot goes wide off the stick of Lambert. Simonchik with a D-zone turnover, getting back into the lineup tonight, and it nearly cost the Mayhem. Could have been 2-0. And now the Marksmen back into the zone. An easy takeaway there by Sosinski. He was quiet last night in his first game after being claved off of waivers from Pensacola. His former teammate, now still teammate, I should say, with Pensacola. Teammate formerly with Pensacola, Grimshaw, did not have as quiet of a night. Winslow lost the puck, tried to feed it back to Goldowski. It was broken up there, and now the other way come the Marksmen. Across the red line and in is Barrow. He'll get it deep, and Boyko is there waiting for it. Sent around the inboards. Ibarra up the ice for Winslow, and this is iced by the Mayhem.
Trying to get a stretch past Ibarra, and he just can't control it off the skate. Kicked it a little bit too far as it would roll down for icing.
That'll take us to our first media timeout. We'll be right back after this on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women. Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836.
And we're back here after a quick break on the Mayhem Radio Network and Flow Hockey. 1-0 Marksmen, 14:02 left on the clock here in the first period. Reggie Millette, the lone goal so far, unassisted, just 38 seconds into the game. But since then, the Mayhem have had some more possession time. They've really had the flow of things. And now they've added assists to Tyler Barrow and Sam Anzai. So those are the points on the Millette goal after the corrections. But the Mayhem have built a period so far.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's just going the wrong way on the scoreboard. So looking to start building up, try and get some offensive zone time as they'll win the defensive zone draw and really get something going. It's just the one mistake that's the difference in this game. You feel like you're playing well outside of that.
Winslow gets shouldered there at the Mayhem bench, the juncture with the Marksman bench. McGill Diaz going to give chase in the corner here. He is tied up by Hunter. McGill Diaz and Mastrangeli, the defense pairing this time around. This puck floated to the slot, skated away by Ibarra. Toe drag to the inside, feeds Cohen. Cohen reverses course. Sent it along the corner boards. Ibarra tried to throw it back out in front, couldn't do so. Slap shot there, blocker stopped by Kenny. Ibarra was the net front. Back the other way, the Marksman. Weird bounce off the corner boards. Boyko slings it right back to where it came from. Grits and Grimshaw going at it. This one fired down low. Acosta behind the net. Tried to feed the slot, broken up by Mastrangeli. Back out, intercepted here. At the top of the circles, that is Marcinkiewicz as he'll skate into the zone. Marcinkiewicz to the slot. Here's Grimshaw back to Marcinkiewicz. One-timer, well high of the crossbar. Rebound comes out to Cohen. His shot. Oh, that one got through everybody, but it missed the post on the far side. Puck settled here, kept in the zone just barely, and now here's Grimshaw keeping the zone again at the blue line from one knee. Marcinkiewicz dropped to Grimshaw. He'll hold up, look for a passing lane. Ooh, a tight turn there on Love. Marcinkiewicz lost it. Here is a chance down low. Great poke check by Kenny. Marcinkiewicz, another chance. Rebound. They score! Nicholas Aromatario and the new additions keep making a difference for the Mayhem, and it's tied at 1.
And sometimes out of chaos comes pure beauty. An excellent job just pressuring Kenny on goal. Some excellent opportunities, and eventually it allows a rebound right out in front of them. The Macon Mayhem crash on it, everyone coming down, and they're able to put it in the back of the net on the last second touch after he was out of position sprawling for it. An excellent job. That is consistent offensive pressure being rewarded. And again, as we've seen often this season with the Mayhem, they respond and draw even yet again.
Aromatario getting on the board, and guess which forward line was out there for that play? No surprise, it's the line of Cohen, Grimshaw, and Marcinkiewicz, who are +1 on that shift.
Excellent job, and of course now 4 goals in the past 2 games for them with plenty of time to add on in this one. And I'm sure the Mayhem will need them in this game.
First goal with the Mayhem for Aromatario. It's his second professional goal, second SPHL goal as well. He was acquired in a trade from Peoria on the 23rd. And the first point with the Mayhem for the defenseman, a great read to jump up into the play and poke it home. So number 16 on the board for both teams. Reller with a takeaway after lifting the stick of Millette. His first shift in a little bit. Reller with speed. Chip and chase game. With one hand, pokes it around. Aromatario had it knocked away from him by Millette. Reller throws a hit behind the net too. Intercepted here by Tyson. He'll send it up to Sosinski. Does a little half turn, but a turnover there. Puck kept in the zone briefly by the Marksmen, in their own zone, I should say. And now Wagner will force it back. Here is Millette. Fanned on his pass, but it enables Loven to move in. Loven shouldered away by Sosinski. Stepping in is Tyson. He'll send it off the wall, but Aromatario couldn't collect. This one floats to the slot, kicked out here by Tyson. To Winslow, and he will see a couple of bodies in white sweaters coming towards him and just get it deep. Winslow finishes his check as the Marksmen have possession in their defensive end. Monkovich turns it over to Goldowski. He sends it down low. Goldowski throws a hit in the corner.
Both teams just starting to feel each other out now. They've both got one on the board. However, they've been unable to really feel each other out since the end of that last goal for the Mayhem. It's been back and forth either way with no clear shots on goal. Trying to see who will start to get in the driver's seat and take care of this one.
Winslow backhands it in. Goldowski giving chase. Kian Ibarra still out there. Poked along by Goldowski. Ibarra with a takeaway here. Throws it back down low for Goldowski. He'll head to the corner. Throws it back up to the blue line. Aromatario, the goal scorer. Flings one on net, but it's blocked in front. Short-handed are the Mayhem as somebody was heading. That was Grimshaw headed to the bench for a stick. His was broken, and it's still laying there in the slot. This puck goes out of play, but it was deflected, so no penalty against the Marksmen.
Yeah, the Mayhem pleaded their case that they should be on the power play, but it goes unheard. And it will be a draw on the blocker side of Kenny, and we talked about how weird that might sound, but it will be near side of camera as Fayetteville goes right to left, so an interesting draw for the Mayhem as Cohen will glide in.
He's back with Marcinkiewicz and Grimshaw. And that one's off the glass past Cup. He is with Aromatario now, Cup that is, instead of Mastrangeli, who had been with. So the defense pairings now for the Mayhem read Mastrangeli and Aromatario, Mastrangeli and McGill Diaz, I should say. Aromatario and Cup. And Sosinski is with Simonchik. No Brad Genion tonight. This pass out in front, that was deflected, and a good chance charging the net there from the near side. That was, Sam Anzai, and it just went over the juncture of the post and the crossbar. So that'll take us to another media timeout. We'll be right back after this on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem. And we're back here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network, 1-1 with 9:44 left on the clock here in the first period. Millette scored 38 seconds in for the Marksmen, and Aromatario evened up the scoring 7 minutes and 29 seconds into the first period. We're just about halfway through the first frame, and these two teams look like they're headed to another close game. Hopefully so, at least. I'm Graham Tuck with Joe Kopshow here, as this will be a D-zone draw for the Mayhem. They'll skate out. It'll be the first shift in a little bit for Tao Ishizuka out there with Tyson and Reller.
And looking forward to seeing Reller play again. We saw him earlier just use his speed. It's so interesting to see a player that's 6'4", over 200 move like he does. As you can see quickly on the forecheck there. Takes away space quite quickly, maybe faster than anyone else on the Mayhem.
Poked out of the zone by the Mayhem here, wearing their UGA-inspired jerseys with the dog collar and the University of Georgia numbers. Black and red instead of black, white, and blue for the Mayhem. They've now worn these jerseys more than they have their new uniform set, but that'll change quickly as it's 5 straight road games for the Mayhem following this contest. We'll talk more about their upcoming schedule in just a little bit, but last night, the win for the Mayhem over the Marksmen is their first in over a year. The Mayhem went 0-7-0-1 against the Marksmen last season. The numbers for the Mayhem against Fayetteville over the last little bit, not pretty to say the least.
Yeah, it was really a one-sided affair, 5-25-0-3 over the past 5 seasons. Not a mark you want to be at. Now, of course, before yesterday, it was at 4-25-0-3. So a mark that greatly needs to be improved, and of course the Mayhem trying to flip the script with a great start yesterday.
And you can't do it all in one game, but you can have a good start, and that's what the Marksmen allowed the Mayhem to do last night. And it wasn't an instance of the Mayhem stealing a game. The Mayhem were the better team last night, I feel it's fair to say.
Yeah, they played a much better second and third periods after the first, you could say, was drawn even, and that's when these players make their money, is late in the game. Those are those most impactful moments.
Marksman with some ozone time here, but a good step in there by Sosinski. He's out there with Cup now, so it seems Simonchik's shifts being limited a little bit. Pass intercepted there by Ibarra. Winslow to Cohen. And the Mayhem are in. Cohen, the team leader in points through 2 games with 4 for the Mayhem, 2 goals, 2 assists. This one floated up into the air. It'll drop back down to the ice, and it is iced by the Marksmen. 8:01 left to go, tied at 1, Mayhem and Marksmen. First period hockey here.
And we got off to such a fast start. It's interesting how quickly we've settled down. Of course, the Mayhem answering, but even that just felt like a burst of energy. This game has been mostly quiet with these teams feeling each other out, really not having great opportunities. They've converted on their one best opportunity each, but since then, it's kind of just been back and forth hockey. Interesting to see who will take control of this one.
Cohen, Grimshaw, Marcinkiewicz out there for the Mayhem. Cohen wins it cleanly, back too cleanly. It leaves the zone. McGill Diaz and Aromatario out there, the defensemen, and Cohen will tap it along to Marcinkiewicz here. Marcinkiewicz ducks around a couple of guys. Stick tied up in the corner, trying to fight for it. Cohen to Grimshaw. Grimshaw, ooh, a nice little move down low. And a chance for the Mayhem. Cohen tried to bank it in. And Kenny, did he hang on to that? Yes, he did. He finally gets it out, and now bodies collide in the crease after Kenny vacates. Aromatario and Loven going at it. Do we get our first fight of the season tonight, Joe?
The way we're going, I'd have to lean towards yes. Only 13 minutes less than that in. and refs already escorting players, and it actually looks like this will be a penalty.
Yeah, Marcinkiewicz tried to go back to the bench, and the linesman stopped him. He may be the only offender here. And it looks like it's going to be a power play for the Marksmen. 2 minutes for a cross-check to Patrick's Marcinkiewicz.
And Marcinkiewicz was in the middle of everything last night, him and Millette. So interesting to see how that is boiled over. Of course, we already heard the fans boo Millette. He scores. He gave them a wave, told them to boo him on, and he would use it towards his success. So interesting to see how yesterday's game is already playing a factor as the physicality picks up between these two teams.
Penalty kill was 7 for 7 last night for the Mayhem. Let's see if they can keep it going against a struggling Marksman power play. 7% on the season for Fayetteville so far. Very early, but you got to start soon to turn it around. Lambert with it here. Acosta, near side. Lambert, cross ice. Here is Barrow. He'll send it back. A couple of return passes there, walking down low. Boyko goes post to post. Acosta near side. Taken away by Aromatario, the goal scorer, slung out by Goldowski. And a good first clear for the Mayhem kill.
Yeah, an excellent job early, no clean shots. The Marksmen just moving the puck around, couldn't find any passing lanes, let alone shooting lanes. The Mayhem able to clear.
Intercepted here by Ibarra. He has been a great penalty killer for the Mayhem. Ibarra making space. He holds on, fires a shot into the shin pad of Lambert. Cohen creates another takeaway in the offensive zone, shorthanded. Threw it to the crease. Nobody there, though, and now the Marksman power play will look to break out.
And that's already a minute off the clock. Excellent kill so far.
Boyko left it for Sasinski, who clears it all the way down.
Dangerous play from Boyko again, this time because he blew a tire. He fell down as he was trying to return into his crease. We'll keep an eye on that spot.
Marksman in here, 41 seconds left on the man advantage, and a shot there by Nolan into the chest of Boyko for a face-off.
The first clear shooting lane, and because of it, Boyko saw it the whole time, brought it right into his chest. Easy save, won't get much easier than that, as it will be the first offensive zone draw so far in this power play. And Levin will try and win it back to his counterpart Love and see if he can get a quick shot, I would guess.
Goldowski in for the face-off for the Mayhem. It is won by Lovin. Love with the shot. It's blocked by Goldowski. You called it perfectly, Joe. It just didn't work out. Monkovic near side, back up to Love. Cross ice, blue line pass. Here is Love. Monkovic looks for a lane, fires a shot instead, up high on Boyko, and he makes the stop. That's a smart shot there from Monkovic. It's the exact spot that Boyko was beaten on Millette's goal, high blocker side. On a shorter goalie like Boyko, you're going to want to shoot there more often than not.
Yeah, it's important to mention the height there, as it really is the category that stops him from being able to block a shot like that. When you stand at 6'2" or 6'3", that's really taken away. But on a shorter goalie, that's an easy spot to pick out if you can nail it. It's a nice way to score a goal. There, Boyko knows it's going that side, able to pick it out.
Well, Boyko had a fantastic night last night for the Mayhem, and it's his first win in 4 games against the Marksmen. Brings his save percentage, the 44 of 46 that he had last night. He's now got a career save percentage of .922 against Fayetteville in 4 games. Monkovic with it here, shot it well wide, and out of the box is Marcinkiewicz. 4-on-1 out of the box. Here come the Mayhem. Center Cohen, cross ice, and a centering pass is blocked there, but the Mayhem still with possession. Wow, that chance materialized out of nowhere. Mastrangeli's shot was saved by Kenny. And now here come the Marksmen the other way after that. Really good looking chance, fizzled out very quickly for the Mayhem.
Yeah, just an extra pass too many. I thought the shot would come in on the far post. Instead, tried to get it back in the crease, and it was turned over.
Grits backhands it towards Boyko. He steps out of his crease to play it with the stick. Caught it on the bounce and melts it down with 4:55 to go in the first. And that'll take us to our final media timeout of the period. We'll take another quick break and be back after this on the Mayhem Radio Network and Flow Hockey. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. And we're back on the Mayhem Radio Network and Flow Hockey. 1-1 hockey game here. Number 16 for both sides on the scoreboard. Reggie Millette for the Marksmen and Nicholas Aromatario for the Mayhem. Again, tied at 1. Graham Tuck with Joe Kopshow briefly mentioned the numbers for Josh Boyko before the break. And Boyko, that game last night really catapulted his numbers. He's now got a career save percentage in the SPHL of .909, which is a very respectable mark in this league. And when you consider that he's made 858 saves across only 26 games played, he's really seen a lot of rubber in his tenure in this league. And the save percentage and goals against average that he has don't really match his record of 7-14 and 3-1.
Yeah, just the quantity of shots he faces gives him such a good save percentage, but also when you face that amount of shots, goals are eventually going to get in. That's why the win-loss record is different than his percentage, but he's been an excellent goalie here for the Mayhem.
Off to a good start so far this season with a save percentage with the Mayhem in his tenure of .910 and a 1-1 record. Last year with the Mayhem, he went 3-11, 3-1. So already a third of the way to his win total from last season in the SPHL. Mayhem bringing in here, down low, and Cohen got tied up in front. That was a great look there. Couldn't tell if it was Grimshaw or Marcinkiewicz that threw the pass, but Cohen was in the right place at the right time. Just couldn't get the angle on it. Marcinkiewicz with speed up the middle. Marcinkiewicz all the way in. Marcinkiewicz! And he sent it way wide. Wow. He draws a penalty, though. Patrick Marcinkiewicz is unbelievable with the puck on his stick.
Yeah, his skill set is just undeniable. What a move. He got past 3 defenders all locked in on him. Not worried about a drop pass, not worried about anything else, just worried about one man beating him, and he still almost did. And of course, draws the penalty, something we saw yesterday. He drew 3 himself out of the many penalties we saw. And now he'll get a chance in the power play unit at some point, as it will be 2 minutes.
It's high sticking against Alex Wilkins. Faceoff was won to kick off the power play by the penalty-killing Marksman. And now Mastrangeli with it here. He'll skate up the ice. Cohen through neutral ice into the zone. Here is Marcinkiewicz. Fired around. Goldowski with it here. He's turned around in the corner. Goldowski on the backhand. Fires it up to Mastrangeli. Back to Mastrangeli. High slot. His shot blockered away by Kenny easily. Marcinkiewicz in the corner. Sent it past Ibarra, and this is fired out by the Marksman kill. 3:14 left to go. Period number 1. Tied at 1. Mayhem have a power play chance here.
And you could see Boyko trying to get his offense to work quickly. However, they needed fresh legs. Everyone switching out.
Marcinkiewicz tried to fly by Aiden Wagner, but lost his stick in the process along with the puck. Marcinkiewicz got to be careful there. He gives a shove to the back of the head of Sam Anzai.
Yeah, clear penalty there. Lucky he got away with it.
Aromatario up top. He'll find Grimshaw. Lost the puck, but Aromatario keeps. Grimshaw gets it back. Fired cross ice to Marcinkiewicz. 4 guys up high. Reller the net front. Marcinkiewicz sent it wide. Ishizuka fires it down. Return pass to Ishizuka. Broken up by Millette. Here is Reller in the corner with 25 left on the power play. Puck reversed behind the net to Grimshaw, but he turns it over here, and the Marksmen clear it down. 2:20 left to go in period number 1. Power play, 10 seconds left on it for the Mayhem. It's been quiet. Here is Ishizuka. Sling pass. Here is Winslow on the near side. Winslow skates down, throws one on net, and as the penalty expires, that will result in a 5-on-5 face-off in the O-zone for the Mayhem, but power play 0 for 1 to start the night for Macon.
Yeah, hoping to draw a last-second offensive zone draw with a man in the box. Instead, he just exits, so it will be 5-on-5, and you lose the opportunity to have numbers off a quick face-off win. Instead, you'll have to work through your defenders.
2 minutes left to go in the period. Ibarra skates all the way up top, send it down low, and a kick stop by Kenny. Monkovic upwards to Nolan. Here comes Loven, and it's taken away. Good play by Tyson. I don't think Loven knew that Tyson was on his back end like that. Thrown blue line to blue line. Now centering pass here. That shot blocked away by Boyko. Cup, ooh, a nice little head fake behind the net. Good play by him, the eldest member of the Mayhem. 31 years old, the captain in black and red as we approach the 1 minute mark.
I think a lot of viewers might get upset if you call 31 years old or the oldest on the Mayhem. It's true, but still sprightly, full of playing time in his career.
Oh, for sure. Jarrett Cup is approaching his 50th career point. He just needs one more to get there. And he's 8 away from his 100th professional point. 50 points with the Mayhem, I should have said. Sosinski walking in here from the circle. He sent one wide. Mastrangeli gets it back. 40 seconds to play here. Goldowski tried to reverse. He was tied up by Diamond. Interception here by Barrow. He'll throw it to the blue line. It's stopped there by Sosinski. Cross ice, Mastrangeli. He's patient with it. Goldowski fighting for position. Ishizuka sent to the wall. 20 seconds to go. Goldowski pressed there by Love. And a takeaway for the Marksmen. This one's off the glass and out. Sent all the way down, and it does not have the legs for icing, so 10 seconds left in the period. We'll see if one last rush. Winslow getting in. 5 seconds to go. He's taken to the corner. And as the puck gets thrown out in front, one last stop for Kenny, and that will do it for the first period. Through 20, these teams are tied at 1, just as they were last night. Millette for the Marksmen and Aromatario for the Mayhem, and it's 1-1 in Macon through 20 minutes of play. We'll take a break and be back after this with a breakdown and a look around the SPHL here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem.
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly. After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. And we're back here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. I'm Graham Tuck with Joe Kopp Show here. 1-1 after 20 minutes. These two teams for the second consecutive night deadlocked at 1 after the first period. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. And the Mayhem had a chance very late in the period, but we'll recap the scoring. It started early, Joe. 38 seconds in, Reggie Millette from Tyler Barrow and Sam Anzai. And then they had another chance on the power play later on. They would not convert, but for the Mayhem, it was the newcomer in his second game with the team, Nicholas Aromatario, getting his second SPHL goal, assisted by Patrick Marcinkiewicz. and Trent Grimshaw, who keep their hot streak going to start their Mayhem tenure, 2 consecutive games with a point. And that is where we stand after 20. It was not an uneventful period, but on the score sheet, only 1 penalty aside, 1 goal aside. And this is a very similar situation to what we had yesterday at the end of the first period.
Yeah, and I think if you're a Mayhem fan, the one thing to look forward to is, of course, your sustained success in the second and third yesterday. But also this first period, you were a more well-rounded team. You had the one mistake very early with Millette, but since then you outshot Fayetteville 15-7, so you've had more offensive zone time. You've been the better attacking team. That's a good sign as you head in later this game that the score will start to favor you.
Yeah, that will be a key as this game goes along. It seems like the kind of game where one wrong move could really be the difference maker. The Mayhem had a couple of times that they were bailed out by a block shot or a big save. They definitely were not 100% shut down in their defensive end, but same can be said for the Marksmen. The Mayhem had a couple of really good rush chances. That one 4-on-1, as soon as the penalty kill ended for the Mayhem, just fizzled out like that. I've never seen a 4-on-1 odd man rush fizzle out so quickly.
Yeah, it quickly developed, and there it went. It was gone as fast as you saw it. Just a little bit too much passing, I think. I just don't think every skater was going down the ice with their full speed, expecting a pass. Not too sure how it dissolves like that, as you mentioned, something kind of unseen before, but that's the opportunities the Mayhem need to take advantage of as we get deeper into this game. Things like that, you can't let that pass you by next time.
That is a fact, and it is 1-1 as we mentioned after 20 minutes. We'll take another break really quickly here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network and take a look around the SPHL and get you ready for the second period. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem.
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. And we're back here at the Mayhem Radio Network and Flow Hockey from the Macon Coliseum. I'm Graham Tuck with Joe Copshow. We'll take a brief look around the SPHL. For the second night in a row, all 10 teams in action tonight. And the Mayhem and the Marksmen are by a decent margin. The first game to kick off. In just a couple of minutes, they will drop the puck in Knoxville. It's the Quad City Storm taking on the Ice Bears. And it was a 5-0 Storm win in the same matchup last night. The only other matchup that is happening tonight that is the same as last night, Roanoke taking on part of a 2-game set in Peoria. That puck will drop in a little bit over an hour. And a swap of opponents for Huntsville and Birmingham. Huntsville took down the Ice Flyers last night. They'll play the Evansville Thunderbolts tonight in about an hour's time. Same case for the Birmingham Bulls and the Pensacola Ice Flyers. That'll be it for the weekend. The next game on the SPHL schedule is Peoria at Evansville. It is the day game on Tuesday, 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time in Evansville. And that'll do it for the look around the SPHL. We'll take one last quick break, and then we'll be back here with Puck Drop for the start of the second period here in Macon. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem! And we're back here on Flow Hockey, the Mayhem Radio Network. Graham Tuck, Joe Kopp Show, 1-1 after one period of play. Shots on goal, 15-7 Mayhem. It's been a good night so far for Ryan Kenny. And Joe, what did you see in that first period that each team needs to improve upon as this game progresses?
I think the Mayhem need to improve in getting out in transition. They really had a good time forcing these turnovers, and then we saw problems as they faded away in neutral ice. Of course, that 4-on-1 is what sticks out most in my mind. They had a great opportunity, and it seemingly just faded away really quickly. They're doing an excellent job at forcing turnovers right around their own blue line, but they need to get out and convert that. As for Fayetteville, it's about keeping consistent offensive zone pressure. Of course, if the Mayhem are turning the puck or forcing turnovers, then the Marksmen are turning the puck over. They need to do better in controlling the puck and really getting it up ice with great conviction, and we'll see if they're able to do that and what team comes out on top. Right now, the Mayhem have the slight edge, and I like this period going in for them.
All 4 of the Mayhem's goals last night were scored on the rush. Their one that they scored tonight, not that way. And we'll see if the Mayhem can get out and running in this second period. The second period was really where they took over last night. We'll see if the same holds true tonight. A big set of 20 minutes coming up, and we'll bring you the whole way home. Graham Tuck, Joe Kopp Show here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. It appears we may have seen the last of Andrei Simonchik tonight. Gregory Sasinski and Nick McGill-Diaz, the 2 defensemen out there. Winslow, Goldowski, and Reller, the forwards, as we get set for a puck drop to start the second period of play. Face-off, possession still fought for. Sasinski will attempt to throw it in at the red line, but it's forced back. McGill-Diaz looking for Goldowski, couldn't find him. Marksman with possession, 2-on-2 into the zone. Millet's pass was behind the intended target, Barrow. Big hit thrown there by Sasinski. He'll get it back here in the defensive end. Around for McGill-Diaz. Shoved along to Reller. He kicks it back to himself. Reller using his frame to fight off everybody. Sasinski clears the zone, no further. Goldowski gets it right back from Millet, and Reller sends it in. Reller misses on his hit attempt to keep there at the blue line by the Mayhem, by Justin Kelly for a moment, but Loven was able to skate it out. Forecheck from Goldowski forces the puck back into the Mayhem attacking end. There is a player falling to the ice there. Looks like it might have been a tripping call against the Marksman, but no hand up for our orange band.
Yeah, interesting to see that one go past. It looked like a trip. Referees keep the whistle down.
Slap shot there from Cup. He sent it on net. Kenny with a tat of the blocker onto it. Tyson reverses course here. Cup sends it back to the blue line. Ishizuka rotated over. Here is Mastrangeli. He'll walk down low. Puts a move on. Mastrangeli sends it out in front. Good look there, but nobody home for the pass. Kept in at the blue line only momentarily. Mastrangeli will hold it at the center ice faceoff circle. Skated all the way back to the top of the defensive zone circles. And now off the boards, looks for Tyson. He's shoved down by Love. Poked back into the marksman zone, offensively speaking. This one up, touched by Nolan. And Boyko with Acosta coming in hard at him. He's got to poke it around the boards. Taken away here by Tyson. And now the Mayhem move into their attacking end. Tyson got off for a change. The drop pass was intended for him. Interception here in neutral ice by Aromatario. Sasinski up the ice. Marcinkiewicz drops for Cohen. He skates to the high slot. Cohen sends a shot that gets blocked by the shin pad of Parody. Marcinkiewicz could not do anything with the forecheck there. That shot tipped in front, between legs, pass. Oh my goodness, Kenny thwarts a glorious chance for the Mayhem. That was an unbelievable no-look pass by Grimshaw.
I'm not sure how he even knew he had a target, let alone make the pass. Excellent vision and completion of that pass, but just can't get it in.
Marcinkiewicz takes it in, and for the second time this game, his stellar stick handling helps the Mayhem draw a power play.
We mentioned it last night, but it almost becomes a skill when you can deke around defenders. They know that you're going to blast by them if you use your speed, but if you slow down and they give you too much space, you can take a shot. The only thing they can do is commit a penalty, and that is what the Marksmen do there.
It is a trip, and if my eyes don't deceive me, and they do not, it is Wilkins for the second time. So that is the second time that Marcinkiewicz has put the moves on Wilkins and drawn a power play.
So going into the intermission, that was something he probably wanted to work on, and still Marcinkiewicz gets the better of him.
Down the ice here is Boyko with it.
2 minutes for tripping. Your Mayhem are now appear to make it.
Marcinkiewicz dodges a hit from Lovin, but turned it over. Lovin's got a chance shorthanded. He charges in. Lovin on the backhand, shovels it, looking for the far side, but he missed the net entirely. Goldowski throws a little reverse hit there. 3-on-2 power play rush for the Mayhem. Here they come into the zone. Nice play defensively by Wagner to seal off any passing lane. Here is Mastrangeli. Tried to feed the slot. An easy pass break up there by Lambert, and it's thrown down towards Boyko. Touch pass Ibarra was behind Mastrangeli, so he has to reverse course. Ibarra with it again. Ibarra gets it to Marcinkiewicz. He skates in. Drop pass here to Grimshaw. He hesitates. Down low, Marcinkiewicz. Ibarra fighting for position. Marcinkiewicz behind the net. Marcinkiewicz dodges a stick check. He's still got it behind the net. Out low for Ibarra. He fanned on his shot, and that one's off the arm of Mastrangeli. And back to the Mayhem zone. Marcinkiewicz had the puck behind the net for what felt like forever there, and there's 45 seconds left on the power play.
Biding his time, waiting for something to open up, and it did. He made an excellent pass, but like you said, just whiffing was Ibarra.
Aromatario skates it in here. He takes it all the way to the corner from his defensive position. Winslow around the wall for Grimshaw, who's had a long shift here on the power play. Grimshaw drops it. Here is Ishizuka. His pass was intended for Aromatario, but it's off a shin pad, and he looked up at the ceiling. He knew that that was a missed opportunity there. Boyko leaves it here. 15 seconds left on the power play for the Mayhem. Maybe one last chance. Winslow all the way up, trying to go coast to coast. Winslow with a little kick at it, and Millette takes it away. This one is deflected into the Mayhem bench, and that will mean that with 4 seconds left on the power play, there will be one more face-off. Probably just send your 5-on-5 lines out there for this one.
Exactly right, and try and just win it back and maybe get a quick shot if the lanes open up, but if not, just settle the puck and give your team some time to get the offense working again in a 5-on-5 situation. Of course, in the long change and with the penalty, he's coming from the furthest box away, so you do have more like 8 seconds, but still not a ton of time.
Yeah, got to be careful for that stretch pass as soon as he's out of the box. It could potentially be numbers. McGill Diaz prevents that here. Now a chance, charging the crease was Ibarra, but a pad stop from Kenny on the pass attempt. Thwarted a shot from ever getting on goal. Here come the Marksmen. That shot blocked in front. Ibarra takes it away. Ibarra, potentially a 3-on-2 for the Mayhem. Ibarra all the way in with speed. Ibarra moves in, and a stop from Kenny with the pad. And now pushing and shoving behind the net, as that was Barrow who gave a little face wash, to put it lightly, along the glass. Somebody took a shot up high. That was Kelly, I believe. It was for the Mayhem. And that's going to take us to our media timeout. We'll take a quick break here at the Macon Coliseum. It's still 1-1. 14:46 to go, period number 2. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. And we're back here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. 14:46 to go, period number 2. Shots on goal, 19-8. Mayhem in front. This is the first of their 3 games that they've really gotten out in front in the shot department, but it has not mattered, at least so far. We're still deadlocked here. Graham Tuck with Joe Kopp Show. The Mayhem just had their second power play of the night. It was killed just like the first one by the Marksman penalty kill.
Yeah, and we saw a great performance from Boyko last night for the Mayhem, and now Kenny matching him on the other side in this one. He's been excellent, of course, making 18 saves on 19 shots, and a lot of them have been high-quality opportunities right in front of him.
Loose puck comes out to Cup. He'll wait with it. His shot blocked by a stick. Touch pass back out to the high slot. Cohen gets it back to Cup. His shot deflected in front. Marcinkiewicz. And the save made by Kenny. Cup got his stick back. Now a 2-on-1 for the Marksman. Nolan coming in. Nolan fighting off Cup. And a great stick check there from Cohen after the stop from Boyko. Counterattack here for the Mayhem. Here comes Grimshaw. And offside. That pass was on the bad side of the blue line. And that'll blow things dead.
And that would have been a good opportunity. Some great defense, great back checking, and then a great stick check, giving the offense a 3-on-2, but that pass just had been air. Can't hold the line, and instead the Mayhem will have to take a draw outside their offensive zone.
The auction will take place after tonight's game in section 105.
Goldowski wins the face-off in front of the Mayhem bench. Mayhem are offside. So they've got a touch up here, and that will prevent any O-zone time they could have had there. Touched into the zone. Boyko out of his crease to play it yet again. Throws it past the forechecking Anzai, and now here come the Marksmen. That was a little bit of a leg check there thrown by Lambert. Goldowski wanted to call, won't get one. Ibarra thrown from behind into the board. 3-on-1 for the Mayhem, and they score! The Marksman had two bodies on Ibarra in front of the bench, and Goldowski makes them pay. His second of the weekend makes it 2-1 Mayhem.
The Marksmen were fighting on the Mayhem bench. They were taking shots at each other while the play was still happening. 3-on-1, and the Mayhem convert. They make the best of a Marksman mistake. I mean, it was just two men in white beating up on a Mayhem player on the ground, and on the back end, there's plenty of room. Interesting to see there how, again, Chaos can create a goal-scoring opportunity, and the Mayhem take advantage.
Goldowski, his second goal of the season, second goal of the weekend, and it gives the Mayhem their lead.
And I think you could argue the Mayhem should be on a power play after that as well.
Definitely wouldn't have to convince me too hard.
Lots of contact during the play, but hey, you'll take the goal that you were allowed because the Marksmen were out of position.
We'll see how that one officially gets scored. I don't know if anybody had eyes on it due to everything that was happening with Ibarra.
Yeah, Ibarra was getting beat up on the bench over there.
They're going to give the assist to Winslow and Ibarra. So Ibarra's first professional point. Congrats to him, even though I'm sure that's not how he'd wanted that to go down. Not exactly the memory that you'd think it would be, but
it'll be a funny story in 20 years, but right now it'll hurt a little bit.
And for Goldowski, that is his 99th career professional point. So one away from triple digits for number 20.
As the Marksmen come right back, a good opportunity right there in front of Boyko. And again, we'll see if this back and forth hockey develops, but just an interesting game we've been given. A lot of physicality. Thought we'd see a couple fights. There we see what, I mean, as close as you could possibly get during play. And the Mayhem take advantage.
Mayhem up on the scoreboard. If they are able to pull one out against the Marksmen tonight and complete the sweep, it'll be the first time that the Mayhem have been above 500 since November 4th of 2023, almost a full calendar year. As there's a blocker save by Boyko. Mayhem into the zone. Cohen, he'll wait along the half wall, trying to send it back to Grimshaw. He ties up a stick, but the Marksmen are able to clear. Sosinski is there waiting. He'll feed it to Mastrangeli. Simonchik has not taken a shift here in the second period, so it appears that the Mayhem are running with just 5 defensemen here.
Yeah, and that's certainly something you never want to see. That really lightens your bench, and we'll get tired legs deep into this one. There's
a shot and a save there by Kenny.
And just to add to all the confusion, we saw a Mayhem player juggle the puck at the blue line, hit it 3 times in the air, and then that shot just fluttered in and almost beat Kenny, but he's been strong today. Despite allowing that second goal, of course, that one a bit of a scrum. That one seemed like a knuckleballer that might have been able to beat him, but stays strong with his glove. Of course, on the opposite side, you're used to it.
Shots on goal officially 20-8 in favor of Macon. They have dominated the shots on goal department. Face-off win in the O-zone. Here is Cup. He slings one towards the net. Well wide, though. Kenny didn't even move hardly. Goldowski, the most recent goal scorer, flings it around the net for Ibarra. And the breakout is afoot for the Marksmen. Here is Millette. He'll put the brakes on at the blue line, fire it down low, out in front. Boyko makes a stop there. Wow, he kept the pads together real tight.
Excellent stop as he came across the crease. A perfect job, great execution. That's how they teach it in the textbook.
Millette with it here, trying to get around Ibarra. He does fire a pass off, and that one was ill-advised by Grits at the blue line. Barrow touches it offside.
Just saw the Mayhem do that a little while ago, so Marksmen say, hey, we can do that too, although not exactly a positive experience, as that will be outside the offensive zone for the Marksmen. And a chance here for the Mayhem to really pick up speed. This is exactly what we saw yesterday. It seems almost to a T.
Yeah, 1-1 after the first period, and then the Mayhem dominate the second period. It has been exactly the same game as yesterday so far. The only difference is you didn't have a third goal 31 seconds after the second for the Mayhem. That would have been quite insane. We'd have entered the twilight zone if that one happened.
If it was exactly 31 seconds, I think you would have had to pinch me. Make sure I'm not dreaming.
What a save!
Winslow with the primary assist on that goal by Goldowski. He played in his 50th SPHL game last night, and Winslow's got one of the more interesting point breakdowns. He's now up to 22 career points in the SPHL. 21 of those 22 are assists. For a guy that is out there as much as Winslow is on a regular basis, you figured he'd have more than one goal in the SPHL, but not the case.
And saw him taking slap shots pregame. He has a deadly snipe, so you could have convinced me it was 21-1 the other way. But loves
going for the Cy Young.
Yeah, loves facilitating his teammates, and that is equally as important as getting the goals.
Ooh, a chance out in front. Grits, what a kick save by Boyko. Hang a star on that one. Cross-ice pass, another look, and another save by Boyko. He has been on one this weekend. A tip in front, another shot, and they score. You can only get a fantastic save from your netminder so many times on the same possession, and we are tied at 2 with 10:07 left to go. It will be Hunter with the goal for the Marksmen.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how Boyko stopped the first one. A turnaround shot, I'm not sure he kicked his leg out any more than he possibly could, and eventually the Marksmen just keep pounding away, and they find a great shot, and they beat him glove side. So 2-2, it was quickly scored, the goal following the Mayhem's one. This time it goes in favor of the Marksmen, and we're back to even.
And so as quickly as you thought you maybe are getting a stellar performance from Boyko, don't blink. Now he's allowed 2 goals on 11 shots, and now back the other way come the Mayhem. There's Winslow fanning on the shot. He had a great angle. Couldn't get it all the wood that he wanted there. Goldowski lost the puck there, loses his stick trying to break up the pass, but made the play in the process. Oh, McGill-Diaz turns it over. Another shot, save Boyko. Rebound is there, and Boyko with a takedown. No call there. 3-on-2 the other way for the Mayhem. Slow developing play. Here they come across the blue line. Fired across into the skates of Ibarra, and Winslow will want that pass back. Ibarra taken down. No call. Officials letting them play here tonight for the most part.
Yeah, that was certainly a penalty on Boyko, and then Ibarra, a questionable call. So the officials say the physicality's picking up. We're going to let you guys play.
Yeah.
Make the most of it.
A missed trip both ways, one for Macon and then one for Fayetteville. Ishizuka into the zone. Reller giving chase as well. Millette lets it go by him. He'll get it back here on the touch pass. Millette lost it, though, to Mastrangeli. Now here is Reller with speed into the zone. Reller up the wing. His shot kicked away. Ishizuka feeds the point, but it's not on target to Sosinski. Millette with speed, quickly a 2-on-1. Down the wing, and centering pass broken up. Great play, Amadeo Mastrangeli, and he'll get a nod from Boyko as he covers it up. And that will take us to immediate timeout. 8:51 left to go here, period number 2. We're tied at 2, Mayhem and Marksmen. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem. And we're back at the Macon Coliseum. Graham Tuck, Joe Kopp show here. 8:51 left to go, period number 2. Marksmen just even the game back up after a lead-taking goal by Jake Goldowski. It is Dalton Hunter evening things back up. The assist going to Alex Gritz and Tyler Love. 2 goals aside, and the maximum possible 12 players with a point between the two teams so far.
Yeah, passing has been extremely important in this one. A lot of clear lanes as defenders slow to close out. We just saw a great play in closing out there as a full diving stick check prevented a pass across the crease there. So hopefully these Macon Mayhem defenders can get more of that, take away passing lanes, and make these shots a bit tougher. Of course, when you take away a great pass, you take away a great shot.
Cup after a D-zone face-off win, fanned on the clear attempt. There was a man waiting in the slot for the Marksman, but Ibarra takes it away here. Ibarra gains the red, dumps it far side. Winslow gets there first. He slaps it around the boards. Ibarra was not there waiting for it. He collides hard with Emhoff. Emhoff is going to get it here, float it to center ice. McGill Diaz had it, knocked away. Boyko out of his crease, and a great play by the goalie for the Mayhem. This is offside against the Marksmen, so they got to touch up.
Dangerous play, risky, but if it works, it's great, and it did so there. Excellent job as players collide.
No call there. Ibarra was charging the slot. Unable to get the pass from Winslow, and now a line change for the Mayhem. And the Marksmen are offside. Ibarra is going to be happy about that one because he was caught in the back check at the end of a long shift. He needed to get off.
Yeah, the rest of his line had gotten off. He was the last one left, and he'll get to freshen up his legs. And we mentioned how important that's going to be with the Mayhem down to 5 defensemen. Of course, you need your forwards fresh as well to help out on the back check, and we'll see how that plays as we're over halfway into this one.
Simonchik still on the bench for the Mayhem, so that appears to have been a coach's decision. Not exactly one that comes at too much of a surprise considering the defenseman is on a PTO. Very young, very raw prospect Simonchik is. He's just 20 years old, so still lots of time to grow here and learn the system as well. There's a rebound chance out in front. Oh my goodness! That one was poked just wide of the post there by Grimshaw. He had a whole net to shoot at. And now the Mayhem with another chance that gets sent away. Grimshaw back with it here. He finds Sosinski. That one on net, kicked away by Kenny. Grimshaw's got it. His backhand pass tried to go between the legs of Monkovic, could not do so. Now here's Nolan. He'll put on the moves at the blue line, turn it over to Grimshaw. He sends it ahead to Marcinkiewicz, did not have numbers. He's forced back. That looked like that could have been a breakaway, but Marcinkiewicz taken down here. Good hit there by Parody, and from the knees, this one will be flung down by the Marksman, but it's iced.
And that can be the negative when you're such a good skater. Sometimes you want to get out in space, and when you have so much, you don't know what to do with it. You want to facilitate. That's what Marcinkiewicz's first idea is usually. However, there, he has to just skate in and take his shot. We always see him using his dekes, using his moves to facilitate his team. There, you got to use it to score. He had a great opportunity, instead passed it up, and eventually it ended with an icing, thankfully, for the Mayhem.
That one goes high of the mark. Shots on goal have been updated, 26-18 in favor of the Mayhem as it stands.
I love how they kind of just flood in. It gives us a little guessing game.
I don't know if it's every other or every third whistle that they throw them up on the board, but it does make it fun to keep track of. Cup ahead to Ishizuka. He's running a 2-game point streak. He is I believe the only Mayhem player with points in both of the, I should apologize, Alex Cohen as well with points in both of the first 2 games for the Mayhem, but he and Ishizuka are the only 2. A big hit there, thrown in the neutral zone in front of the Marksman penalty box. It's a 4-car pileup. Cup turns his head, looking for assistance. Tyson gets it here. Mastrangeli back to Tyson. 5:54 left. Period number 2, tied at 2. Marksman and Mayhem in game 2 of the weekend series. Game 3 of the season for the Mayhem. They're 1-1. Marksman 2-1 after the loss last night. Oh, here's a chance. Ishizuka's got it here. He shot it wide. Charging the net there was Winslow. He had a great setup on Ishizuka, and he got to the front of the net with pace. Winslow trying to find Goldowski, instead taken away there. McGill Diaz with an intercept. Ahead to Goldowski, touches it into the zone. Goldowski 1 point away from 100 on his professional career. He is a well-traveled player. We'll talk more about that when we have a chance to, but he's throwing a stick check there onto Millette.
Ooh, and he delivers a huge hit right towards the Macon bench. That'll fire up
That was
squad.
on Millette, too. I think the fans will like that one even more than anything. Millette became public enemy number 1 in Macon after his play last night. Winslow trying to find Ibarra in the slot. Ibarra, patience. He was looking for Goldowski there in the slot, but it was just off the tape. An odd angle for Goldowski's stick. Couldn't get it on net. This one out in front, and Boyko couldn't tell if he made the stop or if it hit the post, but that was a chance that came out of nowhere. For the Marksman, here's Marcinkiewicz into the zone onside. Trying to feed it down low for Grimshaw, and his backhand shot. Excuse me, that was Cohen, but it was stopped by Kenny. Cohen taken down. Grimshaw joins the fray. He's tied up. Official really just letting them go here.
Yeah, a couple penalties that you could call right there.
It's going both ways, though. They're not calling anything either side.
Pick your favorite, and you would be correct.
Penalties in this game are 2 for Fayetteville, 1 for Macon. The guilty party was Marcinkiewicz for the Mayhem, and the guy that he drew 2 penalties from for the Marksman was Wilkins, as that shot goes out of play. Sosinski going to give a little shove here in the corner as the horn sounds. Sosinski and Acosta still going at it. And that'll take us to our final media timeout of the second period. Joe, what have you seen in this period so far?
A lot of physicality as it's obviously picking up here. We've seen it play a huge role, of course, and turnovers. I mean, yet again, the most recent scoring chance from the Marksman that went off the post, went off Boyko, went somewhere, just not through the twine. That was off a turnover right behind the net. So those turnovers are going to be the difference in this one. One mistake, like you said earlier, and this could be a totally different game. We'll see who makes it, and we'll see who capitalizes.
We talk about Goldowski. He had a good scoring chance just a moment ago. And Goldowski, we mentioned that he is well-traveled. He's now got 51 points in the SPHL, but he has played at some pretty remarkable levels. He played for Team USA at the national level, and it was teammates with some very notable NHL players, Quinn and Jack Hughes, Brady Tkachuk, Matt Boldy, Cole Caulfield, Trevor Zegras, all of those guys that came up through the USNTDP. And he was alongside of them for a while, went to the OHL with the Saginaw Spirit, played 3 years there, then made his way to the USHL and the NAL, started his professional career in Finland, and now here he is in Macon. So quite a career path for Jake Goldowski, but he is one of the staples of this Mayhem lineup, and he could not be more beloved among the fan base here.
Yeah, the fans love him, and it's because of that experience. He brings something else. He's not up there in age, but just his playing time. He's been playing since a young kid, of course, with the U.S. team, and he has had the ability to play at such a high level that everyone loves him for his maturity and respect of the game.
This one, a shot from Monkovic that's blocked by Cup as we're back to play here. 3.5 left to go, period number 2. 1 goal in each period for both teams has us tied at 2 here in the second, but now here come the Mayhem. Kelly on the near side. He'll put the moves on. Tried to feed Tyson. Instead, it makes its way to Cup. His shot stopped by Kenny. Cup, the former marksman, takes it to the corner. Now behind the net, the marksman tried to break out. Monkovic has got it now up the ice. He's got Nolan on his near side. They skate in onside. Monkovic down low to Nolan, cross ice pass, and a good play by Cup. Tied up the opportunity for the marksman. Love. Nolan had it taken away from him, and back to get it now is Diamond. Stretch pass tipped into the zone here by the marksman. Barrow lost it to Sosinski, but a turnover. And Anzai takes it to the corner. Ibarra working on him. Sosinski digs it out. Taken here by Millette. And Sosinski forces it to the half wall. Winslow blown up by Millette there. Those two were going at it on the opening puck drop. And Winslow, a big slash onto Millette. No penalty there.
Yeah, that's about as clear as day. So these refs are certainly going to let them play.
Ibarra trying to get by. Sent out. Wow, that was very fortunate for the marksman that Kenny was on top of it. Great awareness, and he melts down a puck that just came out into the slot off the skate of Ibarra. Goldowski and Millette with some words as they head back to the bench. I am incredibly surprised that we have not seen one singular fight so far this weekend.
I think so as well. I was thinking the exact same thing, especially when the referees are letting them play. That usually builds up to a fight scenario. When there's a tight whistle, you can kind of avoid a fight because no one wants to keep racking up penalties to their team. But when they let them play, you kind of feel like you can get away with a fight, but we haven't seen one yet.
This one fed out in front. Here is Grimshaw, his shot wide. Great setup there from Marcinkiewicz after the win by Cohen in the circles. Aromatario deflected this one out of play. Oh no, he did not. They'll say that's a penalty against Fayetteville. Delay of game against Mason Emoff.
And after everything we've seen, the penalty will be a delay of game.
It is funny when you put it that way.
Hockey is an ironic game, as the Macon Mayhem will go on a power play. Of course, so far unsuccessful tonight, 0 for 2, looking to improve overall. As on the season before tonight, they were 2 of 8, so now 2 of 10. You would like to get that well over 20%. If you can sit at the 35-40 mark, you're one of the better teams. Like to see them start working that way.
A big opportunity here. Here is Cohen. This will bleed into the third period if it does not result in a goal before the end of the period for the Mayhem. Marcinkiewicz shot was blocked wide. Cohen gets the puck back on the failed clear. Here is Mastrangeli. Sends it to the circles for Marcinkiewicz. Here's Cohen with it. Cohen to Marcinkiewicz. One-timer over the crossbar. Cohen gets it back in the zone. Minute and a half left to go. Second period. Goldowski skates to the high slot. One-timer Marcinkiewicz again, and this time it's blocked. Ibarra, the net front on this power play. He'll skate it up. Ibarra, a shot into the glove of Kenny, and he'll hold on there.
Good shot, but Kenny, with no one out in front, able to track it the whole way, goes towards his glove side, flashes the leather, and snags it out of the air. And like you mentioned, 1:25 left on the penalty, so this will extend for about 8 seconds into period 3 with no goal. Not too much time to do some damage. And I think actually that's lucky for the Mayhem. They get the majority of the penalty in this period. They don't have to go to break, rest, and get the second half. Instead, they get a large majority of it.
Yeah, I've always thought that if a period, if you take a penalty at about the 1 minute mark of a period, it's honestly better for the penalty killing team because obviously you never want to be shorthanded, but it does mess up your power play a little bit from time to time if you have to split the power play in half.
Exactly, and of course, with the draw in the middle after you come back from the period, that's another chance to just kill off a lot of time, and of course, fresh legs.
Aromatario got a goal tonight. He'll find Ishizuka. Back to Aromatario. Tipped in front by Reller, and it went wide. Aromatario, great stick check to keep, but Millette will eventually force this one out. Ishizuka to Winslow. 46 seconds left in the period. Aromatario skates it up the middle, gains the red, still with the puck. Ahead for Winslow. Winslow will turn back, feed it down low for Aromatario. Here is Ishizuka behind the net. Fed out in front for Grimshaw. Good play there by Aromatario, but it's broken up well by the marksman. Boyko out of his crease to play it. Now Reller. Got to get this one going quickly. 18 seconds left in the period. Now down to 13. Mastrangeli with speed. He'll skate it in, passes it to Winslow, and this is cleared down by the Marksmen. The power play for each side has been held off the scoreboard in both games so far this weekend, and this one will be decided in either the third or extra time. It is 2-2 after 2 here in Macon. We'll take a quick break and be back with a breakdown and a look around the SPHL as part of this second intermission report here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem.
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. And we're back here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. 2-2 after 2, the Marksmen and Mayhem. This one looks like it's going to come down to the wire. I'm Graham Tuck with Joe Kopshow. We've been treated to some pretty good hockey this weekend so far, Joe.
Yeah, it's been excellent. These teams tightly contested games. Of course, 2-2 in this one, but 4-2 in the last one, and it felt like it was anyone's game for a majority of the time. It seems like one mistake or one great play will really decide this one and really decide the weekend. Macon Mayhem have been dominating, but the Marksmen right there.
In the second period, the Mayhem had two power plays, I should say. One of them not technically over yet. Still 7 seconds on it when we start the third, but a goal for each side. Jake Goldowski, his second of the weekend, second of the season, put the Mayhem in front for the first time tonight at 6:12 in the second period. Winslow and Ibarra, the assists. And for the Marksmen, Dalton Hunter, the goal to tie things back up at 2. And Alex Gritz and Tyler Love with the assists there. So that is where we stand. Shots on goal, 29-19 in-house. And that will be where we stand on shots on goal. Joe, what are you looking at as this one goes into the third period?
I'm really looking at Ryan Kenny. I mean, he just mentioned shots on goal. It's going to be up to him to save his team. The Mayhem have had so many great opportunities out in front, but oftentimes Ryan Kenny has just eliminated those opportunities, and they've been so good. I mean, we've seen some flashy passes, some great finishes that Kenny has just taken away. I'll be looking at him, and I'll be looking at Boyko to improve to his quality that we saw last night. Right now, 17 for 19, but we've seen him be excellent. I think it's going to come down to these goalkeepers and who can keep it up or improve, or who falls a little bit flat in this third period.
Yeah, the goaltending will definitely have an impact on this one as we head to the third. And this game is coming down to the wire. And honestly, for Mayhem fans, this is a nice change of pace. All 3 games that they've played so far have been close heading into the third period. And that's a great sign for a team that was not in this sort of situation going into the third very often last year.
Yeah, like you mentioned, it's been a while since they're 500, about a year, and really that just shows how much this team is turning around. It's a new look team, it's a new culture, and you can really feel it in the building. These fans are starting to feel that this is a different team that's going to fight and call their way in every game, whether they're down or up. They want to give these fans a good experience and put a great brand of hockey on the ice, and the best way to do that is by clawing every game and make sure you're performing your best.
We'll take another break here in the second intermission, and when we come back, we'll take a look around the SPHL. It's the Mayhem and Marksmen on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action, and don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. And we're back here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. Graham Tuck with Joe Kopp Show. 2-2 in Macon with the Fayetteville Marksmen. The Mayhem knotted up after 2 periods. We'll take a brief look around the SPHL. 2 other games in action right now. Quad City up 2-0 on Knoxville at the end of the first period. And Huntsville and Evansville just getting underway, tied at 0. That one just dropped the puck. Birmingham and Pensacola kicking off in about 10 minutes. And Roanoke and Peoria in the same boat, about about 20 minutes until that one drops the puck. That'll do it for our look around the SPHL. We'll take one last break, and when we come back, it's the third period. Mayhem with 7 seconds of power play time to start the third when we come back. Hey Mayhem fans, ever wonder how you can experience a night at the Mayhem and go home rich? Well, wonder no more, because if you test your luck and win our 50-50 raffle, you'll go home with half of the pot. Make sure to visit the concourse today to cash in on this opportunity.
There's something big happening in the heart of Georgia. A unique college built for women by women, Wesleyan College, accelerating equality since 1836. More than a place of learning, it's a space for empowering future leaders. Women from across the globe come to experience what makes Wesleyan the best. With small classes and dedicated faculty, students receive world-class education. Find out why you belong at Wesleyan. Book your tour today.
Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. Are you passionate about making Central Georgia a better place? Do you love hockey and enjoy all-out mayhem? If you said yes to both of these questions, then our Nonprofit of the Night program could be for you. Call our front office to be our Nonprofit of the Night for a Mayhem home game this year, and let us showcase you and your nonprofit to valuable members of our community. Let's go Mayhem!
Well, hi, I'm Lucy, and I work for Visit Macon, and I'm also the Macon Mayhem's biggest fan. Before every game, I fuel up with a slice from Ingleside Village Pizza. Delicious. On the way to the game, I have to listen to my favorite hype music, so I stopped by Fresh Produce Records. Little Richard, good golly! After the game, I've got to keep the rush going, so I stopped by Sweet Eleanor's for a little sugar. And Macon offers so much more. So Mayhem fans, make sure to plan your ultimate fan experience.
If you're a big jersey collector like me, then you love getting your hands on specialty jerseys, especially for your favorite team. Well, the Mayhem are fueling fans like you with our season-long jersey raffle this year. Tickets start at $5, and if you win at the end of the season, you'll take home one of all 12 specialty jerseys that the Mayhem wear this year. Make sure to follow our social media and make it out to the Macon Coliseum to see these bad boys in action. And don't wait to get in on the action for our season-long jersey raffle. We're back and ready to go here for period number 3 in Macon. It is 2-2, and this one is yet to be decided. Shots on goal 29-19. Mayhem out in front, but a tie with the Marksmen on that department. There's a quick shot right away for the Mayhem as they brought it into the zone. They were on the power play to start this period, but unable to really do anything with only 7 seconds of power play time. This one fed out in front. Oh my goodness, Grimshaw just couldn't get stick to puck there. There was an opening for Kenny. Now into the zone, Emoff out of the penalty box. Making 0 for 3 on the power play tonight as they were last night. Puck still pressed up against the boards here in the Fayetteville offensive end. Now a wide open man ringing the post. Oh, and it went back in on Boyko after the tap from Mastrangeli. Wow, that guy was wide open for Fayetteville. I believe that was Monkovich. Excuse me, it was Gritz who was absolutely left alone on the far side, and he beat Boyko, just not the crossbar.
Yeah, just a mental error with the puck pinned up against the wall. All the Mayhem looking at that action. Don't see Gritz sneaking in behind, and he had an excellent shot as well, just running off the post, and Boyko able to cover after it kicked back towards him.
Ibarra brings it in. Goldowski had it on his tape, taken away there by Wagner. This one off the glass and out. Sasinski has it here. Goldowski chips it into the zone on a deflection. Ibarra charging after the puck. He lost his stick, and now Fayetteville takes it out. Press up against the back of the net. Winslow trying to make a play. This one slung by Ibarra, and it'll be picked up here by Mateo. That one sticked away by Kenny. Winslow fired one off the outside of the net. Taken here by Love. Turnover here to the slot, and that one rocketed wide. That was a beautiful scoring chance for Ibarra, but he could not get his first professional tally on that one. Winslow with it in the corner, and he's taken to the wall. Fired to the glove of Kenny by Cup. And charging the net, trying to make something happen was Tyson, but he was unable to. Graham Tuck with Joe Kopp Show here. 1:55 off the clock in period number 3. And a very tight game we've had from start to finish.
Yeah, these two teams matching each other blow for blow. Macon has seemed to have some smaller ones that haven't broken through yet. Some great opportunities there that really just need to be buried. I'm expecting to see that as this game goes on and we get deeper into this third.
Ishizuka with the puck in the near corner after the faceoff win by the Mayhem. They've been much better in the circles tonight.
Yeah, it was an improvement that needed to be made, and it was an excellent job to focus on that overnight, recognize a problem, and honestly, that possession can make a whole difference in a game like this.
Tyson in the corner. Throws it off the wall, past Kelly. Cup is there. He's given a rough ride. Kelly trying to make something happen, but Parity takes it away. 3-on-2 developing for the Marksmen. But they were offside. That was Nolan ahead of the play, and they have to head back to the neutral zone. Taken to the far corner by Loven. Up top. This one blocked in front, and Boyko never saw that shot. Sticks collide. Kelly's going to have it here in the defensive end, and he'll wait for numbers. Marksman just had 6 guys on the ice. I don't think it got caught. And a hit here. Gets this puck to Grimshaw. Miguel Diaz throws it back to the corner. Marcinkiewicz there. Wow, he just banked that off the left pad of Kenny. A different angle. That could have gone in from behind the goal line, but not a fortunate bounce for the Mayhem. That would have been unbelievable. Marcinkiewicz, a little kick pass to Cohen. Now here's Grimshaw. Grimshaw with a stick handle, sent to the slot just behind Sasinski. Marcinkiewicz there, slap shot, stick to side by Kenny. Sasinski stepping in for it on the backhand. Hesitates, he takes it to the wall. Sosinski in his second game with the Mayhem drops it off for Grimshaw. Grimshaw tried to go around Love. He's broken up there. Off the wall and out by the Marksman. Marcinkiewicz trying to catch the Marksman in a line change. Good stick check there. And Millette is forced to move backwards with it. Tipped into the zone by Anzai. Boyko in his skates. He'll get it to Mastrangeli. Feathered out in front. Mastrangeli with a takeaway. Puck still fought for. Anzai working on Mastrangeli. Goldowski in there as well. Mastrangeli around. Aromatario with it here. Winslow, touch pass to Goldowski. 2-on-2 into the zone. The Mayhem come. Here is Goldowski around the net, using it as a shield. Sends it up top for Cup. His shot tipped in front by a Marksman, and it never got on goal. Fed back out to Cup by Ibarra. Here's Aromatario. His shot into Kenny. Rebound there for Winslow. Couldn't get it on net. Ibarra gets it back. He waits with it. Ibarra at the high slot. His shot. Another stop there from Kenny. Fed out in front, and that one's just out of the reach of Aromatario. Now here comes Millette for the Marksman. Working on Ibarra, the forward rotating back to cover. Ibarra with a good tie up there, and Cup can step in.
Some excellent work by the Mayhem on the offensive end, and then stopping the transition play. Mentioned that's going to be something extremely important in this game. They take away the play from Millette. Excellent job.
Lovin with it here. He'll send it over the head of Boyko. He will easily glove it and hold on. That'll take us to immediate timeout. We'll be back here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network after this. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. And we're back here on Flow Hockey and the Mayhem Radio Network. 14:51 left to go in the third period. Still tied at 2. In the third, Mayhem and Marksmen. Shots on goal 31-19 for Macon. They are dominating in that regard, but doesn't make a difference unless you get that next goal. The next goal going to be a massive one here. I'm Graham Tuck with Joe Kopshow. This faceoff going to be to Boyko's blocker side.
And it just seems like all the great opportunities for the Mayhem, they're just missing. These passes that go into the crease, they just can't get twig on puck. And everything else Kelly has stopped. It will have to be a perfect storm for the Macon Mayhem to break through. The good thing is they've had a lot of opportunities, a lot of tries that have been right there. So they just need one extra little push to get over the hump.
Monkovich, Lovin, and Nolan the forwards. Lovin lost the draw. Oh, wow, here's the chance out in front for the Marksmen. Guys are tangled up. That was a dangerous scoring chance for Monkovich, and the Mayhem are offside, moving the other way.
Yeah, Reller just on the toe drag there at the blue line, throws everyone's speed off. So that's what the offsides was about, as he tried to deke around his defender, and everyone was going full speed. But as you mentioned on the back end, Boyko, a dangerous situation with the puck right out in front of him and him way out of position. He was fully upright, not knowing where that puck was.
Interception there by Tyson, and thanks to the misplaced stick of Nolan, Tyson was able to get into the Mayhem zone.
Lots of stigs flying in this one. Big yard sale.
Simonchek with his first shift since the first period. His aura forced a turnover by the Marksman, but now Ishizuka able to let the Marksman go back the other way. Cup throws a hit there. Tyson steps in. Simonchik goes over to make a hit. He takes his man to the boards. Tyson gets sent down on a reverse hit by Nolan. Lovin with it here. He's been on the ice for a while. That one deflected, and it never made its way to the blue paint. That one goes over Boyko off the stick. That time of parity. Marcinkiewicz to Cup. Off the wall, outstretched Cohen's stick. Could not get to it. Sent back by Hunter. The most recent goal scorer, Simonchik, trying to make a play. Marcinkiewicz sits a man down. Crowd will like that one.
Couple big hits in that possession, going either way, both teams getting their own. And again, still no fight. These teams playing it relatively clean up, although whistles have been not blown for some things that we've expected.
Penalties, 1 for Macon, 3 for Fayetteville. Cup doing work on Emhoff in the near corner. Marcinkiewicz will step in. This unit has been on the ice for quite a while. Marcinkiewicz with speed, potentially trying to catch the marksman in a change. Dodges one guy. Oh my goodness, Marcinkiewicz in on the backhand. Could not get a passing lane. He takes a rough ride to the boards, and Cohen will make a retribution hit. Marcinkiewicz going to commit a penalty here. That looked like a flying chicken wing from Marcinkiewicz, and an injured marksman is down as Marcinkiewicz is going to head to the box. That was a collision with Tyler Barrow, who is the marksman that's down.
And Marcinkiewicz has no way to plead out of this one. This was a clear penalty. However, we've seen a couple not get called, but it was clearly a retaliation after he got taken into the boards, and that's the first thing that's going to stand out to a ref's eyes when he sees a player come back around and commit a penalty. That's going to be the easiest call because you know it's coming, you're expecting it, and you can catch it. And hopefully the injured marksman is okay, still down on the ice.
Yeah, Barrow's still down, face down. He's on all fours. And the conversation now is going to be, how many minutes is this to Marcinkiewicz? The Mayhem will be on the penalty kill one way or the other.
I wouldn't expect any more than 2. However, needing to police this game now are the refs.
An elbow to the head, if that's what the officials decide to call it, could potentially be more than 2.
It could it could definitely be for certain. However, I'd expect it to be 2, but at this point, we've seen how chippy this game has got.
You got to
take control of it. It was a dangerous
of it.
penalty, and you have to take control of it. I could see it going either way, and I don't think there's an incorrect way to go.
Just depends on how the officials want to set the precedent for the rest of this game.
I think they've already let it get out of hand just a bit too much. I think there was many opportunities to call penalties earlier in dangerous situations, so you either have to put your foot down now or not at all.
It is 2 minutes up on the board to Patrick's Marcinkiewicz. So the Mayhem coming away on the positive side of what could have been a really bad situation. You're still going to be shorthanded, but it could have been much worse.
And good for everyone. Everyone was able to skate off the ice under their own power, so marksman will be at full strength, hopefully, and hopefully no harm, no foul if you're a Macon Mayhem fan, especially after these 2 minutes you'll have to defend on the 5-on-4.
So the Mayhem will go to the kill. They're 1 for 1 tonight, 8 for 8 on the weekend.
And of
we'll
course,
see if that can continue.
Now the marksmen have moved down to 1-15 on their power play. So it's about as bad as it can get for them. Only way to go is up. But you hope, if you're a Macon Mayhem fan, they've got an extra kill or 2 in them.
Penalty killers for the Mayhem going to be Sosinski and Cup, the defensemen. And it looks like Cohen and Ibarra, the forwards. Kyle Sharkey getting an explanation as to why it's just a 2-minute penalty. Dave Shinichny getting an explanation now as well. They're going to call cross-checking on Marcinkiewicz. I don't know that that's the penalty I would have called there after seeing the collision, but it is what's on the board.
Again, it's a pick your favorite there. I think head contact, even a high stick would have been more accurate than cross-checking. But nonetheless, 2-minute power play for the marksman.
So at 7:17 in the third, we've got a big call and a big opportunity for the marksman. Let's see who comes out on the plus side of this 2-minute penalty. A kill here for the Mayhem could be very advantageous. In terms of momentum, you'd also like to kill the penalty regardless to keep this deadlocked at 2. Ibarra cannot slap this one all the way out. Cross-ice pass. Here is Nolan. Down low, Millette. He's got a goal tonight. Love with it here. Cross ice, one-timer goes well wide. And Nolan will recollect. Down to Millette. He walks down the goal line. Good poke check from Boyko. Nolan with it still. Here is Love. Got it from Monkovic. Back to Monkovic now. Love with it here. His shot goes wide. It was deflected out in front, and then a puck again through the blue paint, but not on net. Monkovic down to Millette. Here is Monkovic again. Love. Over this time, that one off the end boards. Rebound, batted into the body of Cohen. Can he clear? Yes. 11 and a half left to go in the third. Millette gets it down to Loven. His shot tried to go high side on the blocker side, but a shoulder save from Boyko as Mastrangeli takes Loven to the boards. Millette charging into the play, trying to make something happen. Up top, that shot blocked by the stick of Ishizuka, and Boyko run into there. He'll hold on. Crowd wanted maybe a little something. Mastrangeli's got some words and a shove, but nothing going to come of it. 26 seconds left on a power play for the Marksmen.
And that stems from last night as well. Millette was getting in front of Boyko all last night as the game turned down, and Boyko was giving him some shoves. Those two collide there. Boyko stands strong, able to cover the puck. Excellent job to win his team a defensive zone draw and a chance to clear the puck. It hasn't been a pretty 94 seconds, but it's been a 94 seconds that's worked with no truly great opportunities.
Up to the blue line, here comes the Marksman power play. Pass blocked there by Sosinski, and the rebound of it comes to the near wall. Hunter to Barrow. Pass to Acosta, his shot blocked. 6 seconds left for Marcinkiewicz. This shot blocked by Mastrangeli, it goes to the glass. Marcinkiewicz is out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5, and a save from Boyko. Potentially a counterattack here. Marcinkiewicz ahead to Cohen. Oh, and Hunter and Marcinkiewicz going at it. That's a retaliation hit. Cohen with a shot and a save by Kenny. Marcinkiewicz and Hunter going at it there at the blue line.
And how is that not a penalty?
On anybody. You could call that either way.
Yes.
There's Hunter, his shot blocked by Cohen. Hunter on the wall. This shot from the slot blocked in front. It goes into the netting and out of play. Wow, Hunter just went at Marcinkiewicz as soon as he got out of the box.
It was clear he was targeting him, and I mean, the response from Marcinkiewicz could have gotten called, of course, but the original should have been called for certain. And now I start to worry just about the integrity of the game as the refs start to let things go. Players know they can get away with a little bit more, and it might get even more chippy, and it's already been an extremely physical game. You don't want anyone getting hurt off retaliation penalties, and there was no thought of going from the puck when he came out of the box. It was simply head down and try and drive a shoulder into the Mayhem player.
Power play is down to 6% on the season for Fayetteville now, 1 for 16.
I do want to point out through all this, I'm impressed by your math, because there was no way I was getting 6% out of that.
It's roughly 6%. I just know that 1 for 8 is 12.5%, so it's a little bit less than that, yeah, about halfway. So that, you know, it's more or less mental math for me. I just remember my times tables.
Well, shout out to you. You are a better man than me.
So we'll take our media timeout and be back in just a moment here on Flow Hockey. Halfway through the third, it's coming down to the wire in Macon. Want to dress like a pro while repping the Mayhem? Buy tickets for our Jersey Off the Back raffle for tonight's game. You'll get to meet the player and get the game-worn jersey right off of his back to take home for yourself. This opportunity is a staple at Mayhem games, and you can enter to win for every single home game for the Mayhem this season. Just go to our Dash Auction site and make sure to stake your claim today. And we're back in Macon. The Kiss Cam going here on the Mayhem Radio Network and Flow Hockey. Sorry, hard to keep a straight face after that one. Just a couple of guys getting after it here on a Saturday night in Central Georgia. 2-2 hockey game, 9:52 left to go. in the third period. This one has been tight checking and come all the way down to the wire, really, Joe. It's been a fun game to watch.
It's certainly been a physical, speedy game, and those are the best type of hockey games. So I've really enjoyed what we've seen, and we get the best of the last 10 minutes here. This is where everything builds up, and this is where the best hockey will be played.
Someone's going to be the hero here. Yet to be seen who it is. And what team they'll play for as well. Sosinski up the ice, gains the red, fires it, cross corner. Kelly is there, first man to get stick on puck for the Mayhem. Reller fighting off 3 marksmen to get to the puck first. Couple of sticks tied up there. Cohen will take it to the wall. Cohen made a play that was not during the play as that shot was blocked. Marcinkiewicz wanted to go after Millette after the whistle on our media timeout, but Cohen guided him away and took him to the bench as we've got a whistle here as Kenny covers up. But a very heady play by Alex Cohen there to prevent his team from maybe going down a man.
Yeah, smart. Just a veteran play there to make sure that everything stays on this rink, making sure nothing extracurricular breaks out that will ruin this game for the Mayhem. Of course, you don't want to make a mistake like that and allow a goal in a power play. It would be boneheaded.
Cohen has got points in both games so far this season for the Mayhem. Does not have one tonight. Cups, that one's sent out in front and they score! John Monkovich from the slot puts it past Boyko on a one-timer, and it is 3-2 Marksmen.
And just no one near Monkovich, so that shot, it wasn't a great one. He didn't make great contact, but with no one helping out Boyko, able to just flutter through, didn't look like it made its way far off the ground or really have any speed, but Boyko is moving over off the far post, trying to get in the center of the goal, and it just squeaked by the near goal post to camera on our side. And it is 3-2, and all of a sudden, all the momentum the Mayhem have been building, their shot count, all the offensive pressure they've had, all for naught.
Still plenty of time to get back into this one for Macon, but a 1-goal deficit to crawl their way out of. Ryan Kenny has been the story so far tonight. He's made 37 saves on the 39 Mayhem shots. Here come the Marksmen again. This shot wide. Ibarra's going to pick it up. Sent to the wall for Winslow. He tries to chip it past. Winslow, wow, that was Ibarra with a big hit. Winslow got it to him, and Ibarra went to work. As we approach the 8-minute mark.
And it's reaching the point where if you see an enemy jersey, just collide with them as hard as you can.
That shot behind the net by Acosta, sent up to the blue line. Love keeps it there. Ibarra throwing the body yet again. Gritz will take it to the near corner. Slap shot there. Boyko sticks it into the netting and out of play with 7:48 to go.
And we've seen the Mayhem play well when they're down. They've done an excellent job at remaining within one at all times. Here you have to dig deep, find the last bit in your gas tank, go all out. You don't want to have to get to the situation where Boyko will have to come out of net so you can tie it up in a 6-on-5. You rather draw it back 3-3 and work 5-on-5 for the rest of the period. So you want to try and get this goal as soon as possible so that you can play your brand of hockey going into the late minutes.
Well, this is a very similar situation to the game against Birmingham just a week ago to the day. And the Bulls in a tight game, a tied game, getting a third period goal about halfway through. It was a little bit earlier in the third period for Birmingham, but we'll see how the Mayhem are able to respond here. They were not able to answer a late third goal earlier as this one is deflected out of play, but a goal to tie it up here would be massive, it's needless to say.
And right now the Marksmen are hemmed in, so the Mayhem have their work cut out for them. Lots of offensive zone time here. Boyko's had to kick a couple out of play to give himself a breather, but that goal has certainly just turned this game on its head. It feels like it's been all Marksmen this whole game, even though that obviously isn't true. They've just dominated the last 5 minutes or so, and when those are the most pivotal minutes, it just feels like the Marksmen are on top of everything.
Sosinski throws it off the glass, and that one's batted down with a high stick, clear as day in the neutral zone, and it'll be a neutral zone draw for the Mayhem.
I am not sure that was even intentional. That seems something where you just throw the stick up and you're surprised you even make contact.
I've always thought that, I mean, I understand why they blow the whistle there, but if you've got the hand-eye coordination to make that play,
kudos to you.
Yeah, exactly. I understand the safety concern, but outside of that, I mean, it's a pretty decent display of skill. Winslow just took a stick up high and
safety concerns.
Yeah. I don't believe we're going to get a call there.
Winslow will likely have to come off the ice. It looks like he's bleeding.
Jason Lordy, our official tonight, seems disinterested in raising his arm to call anything.
Might have hit the gym a bit early today and worked out arms. Doesn't want to do it anymore. A bit tired, but again, that looked like a high stick that just went uncalled, and the refs recognized it to some degree.
That being said, I mean, it's not like we say that about the lack of calls, but it's going both ways. I mean, the Mayhem have gotten away with their fair share.
Yes, it's been an evenly called game. It's just lack of calls has been an interesting dilemma to this game, an interesting addition.
Cohen will take it away behind the net. Here's Marcinkiewicz with Grimshaw. Across the red, Grimshaw forced to hesitate. He'll send it back. And now Marcinkiewicz with it. Hesitates at the blue line, waits for Grimshaw to touch up, now gets in. Marcinkiewicz dancing all the way in, on the backhand, and a pad stop made by Kenny. Penalty taken here, and as the Marksmen touch up, it'll be a power play for the Mayhem.
And Marcinkiewicz almost scored a goal without a glove as it was taken off him and then sticked all the way to the other side of the board so he couldn't pick it back up. And then later, somehow without a glove, is still able to show that stick handling skill, get it down low, and draw a penalty.
It's going to be against the Marksmen. And the guilty party is Sam Anzai. I believe it's going to be 2 minutes for high sticking. And so this is the chance that the Mayhem needed to get back into this one.
Yeah, this is the perfect opportunity for the Mayhem. They have the 5-on-4 advantage here. With 6:25 left, I wouldn't expect Boyko to leave his crease. I would almost guarantee he doesn't. So it'll be a 5-on-4 for the whole 2 minutes. And this team really needs to build up their power play. Of course, they're scoreless tonight on it. 0 for 3 on the season, now just 2 for 11. They'd love this to break through and tie this back up.
0 for 6 on the weekend is the Mayhem power play, but you'd love to get just one here. Ibarra takes a cross check out in front. Marcinkiewicz lost it there. Mastrangeli couldn't keep it in, and now Millette, charging head of the play, forces Boyko to come out of his net and play it. Here is Alex Cohen with it.
2 minutes for high sticking. Your Mayhem are now on a pure technique.
Millette with a takeaway from Marcinkiewicz. Pass out in front, shorthanded chance. Boyko with the save. And he wanted to keep it moving, but he just couldn't.
Yeah, no one there to help him out. But again, another dangerous opportunity. And it feels like since the Marksmen have scored, their forecheck has just been excellent. They have the Mayhem hemmed into their own zone, even on the power play. Been an excellent performance from them since they've scored. It's kind of been wishy-washy before that, but they really look like they've turned into a full team here.
5:47 left to go, period number 3. Clock has, it took about 5 seconds off the clock before it started there, giving the Mayhem a little bit of extra power play time maybe. Ishizuka carries into the zone. He'll try to drop it back. This one's sent to the blue line. Here is Aromatario. His shot blocked. Falls right to Winslow. And the Mayhem can set up. Aromatario to Ishizuka. Down low. Looking for a passing lane. Sent through the slot to Ishizuka. Couldn't get a stick on that. Reller caused a deflection, but it went right on to Kenny, and the power play is halfway over.
Yeah, Reller had a good opportunity there, but a big body came in, pushed him out of position, directed it towards the goal, but with no power, and a cover for Kelly. And now I would guess over 40 saves on the night.
Come on, fans. Let's get loud.
5:21 to go here. Reller in for the faceoff on the power play. Reller wins it back. Aromatario trying to move it for Ishizuka. He'll get it back. Aromatario at the blue line to Winslow. Cross ice to Ishizuka. Kicks it to his stick. Here is Grimshaw. Grimshaw skates all the way up to the top of the key. Sends it down to Ishizuka. It's in his skates. Tried to feather it to the slot. This one off the wall. Kept in the zone, though. No, it's through the skates of Winslow.
Yeah, there you have to go down to your knee if you're Winslow and keep that one in at all costs.
Winslow skates it in, though, and trying to atone for the mistake. Here's Aromatario. Kicks it to Reller. Reller glides to the slot. Here is Ishizuka. Walks to the high slot. He'll load up a shot. No, pass to Aromatario. The toe drag shot blocked to the inboards and fired out. The power play ineffective so far for the Mayhem, and it has wound all the way down now as Boyko's out of his crease to play it. And the Mayhem 0 for 4 on the power play tonight, 0 for 7 on the weekend. Winslow takes a little slash, still carries it into the zone, able to get it to Goldowski. Fires it up to Sosinski. His shot onto Kenny. Easy blocker stop. Mastrangeli skates in to get it. Monkovic working on him. Ibarra charging in, throws a hip check there. Goldowski with a takeaway. Here's Mastrangeli as the puck's kept in the zone. That one tipped by Ibarra. It's in his skates. He doesn't know it. And Mastrangeli gloves the clearance attempt down. Here's Mastrangeli through, and that one stopped by Kenny. Great look there for the Mayhem as we're under 4 to play. Mastrangeli over to Sosinski. That one fired behind the net. Sticks tangled up in the slot. Mastrangeli gloves it down again. Great keep by him. Sosinski far side. His shot blocked over the net of Kenny. The Mayhem are tired here, and this one does clear the zone finally, as Kelly couldn't get to it. 3.5 to go here in the third. It's a 1-goal lead for the Marksmen. Goldowski skates by. Mayhem are offside as Goldowski will just go off for a change, touches up in the process. Ibarra needs to get off for a change as well. Instead, he'll skate in on the back check. Gritz, his pass intercepted there by Grimshaw. Fired back here, Aromatario's got it. This one up the ice looking for Ibarra, who's been on the ice for a long time. He is winded. Cohen trying to get it to Grimshaw, couldn't do so. And now under 3 to play. This one touched into the zone. Wow, I thought that Emhoff got a stick on that, but his body language tells me that he didn't think he did. So that'll be our final media timeout on an icing with 2:46 to go. And this one is coming down to the wire, Joe. I mean, it seems like the Mayhem have had their chances. They just haven't been able to find the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, they've had the majority of the chances, and it's just been Kenny and goal being so good. I mean, and even just his big body, his big frame taking away parts of the goal. The last biggest chance, it was floated in, it deflected a couple times, and Kenny was able to redirect it, and I'm not sure he ever even saw the puck. So he's positioned himself well tonight, and the Mayhem just need to clean it up a little bit more. These passes have just been slightly off, little bit off. If they can find better tape, get a little bit more wood on it, I think they're going to have an opportunity here in the last 2:46, especially when we see them sell out whenever Boyko comes out of the net and they get a 6-on-5.
2:46 to go. Marksmen up by 1. They're trying to get the series split on this weekend and go to 3-1 on the season. Mayhem trying to avoid dropping to 1-2. Next game for the Mayhem, it'll be next weekend as they head to Birmingham. And it'll kick off a long road trip for the Mayhem. They have a long road trip ahead of them. Their next home game will be on November 23rd against this very same Marksman team.
Mayhem fans, get up and make some noise!
As we're back underway, Sosinski with the puck. Sosinski skating it all the way in, had it knocked off of his stick. He's out there with Mastrangeli, the D pair. Cohen sets a pick there at center ice. Grimshaw ahead to Cohen, and it's batted down here. Cohen tried to feed the slot. That was Marcinkiewicz. And Cohen there on the back end to pick it up. Fayetteville just trying to dump and change and clear. As this one is fired down, but it's going to be iced. No, waved off. It was signaled by the near linesman. The back linesman waved off that icing. I don't know why that would have been waved off, but they got the call right there.
And Boyko should be coming off here. He's stuck in the middle.
He wants to come off, but assistant coach Phil Esposito telling him to stay.
I'm surprised. I thought the next time the puck was frozen that we'd see Boyko come out.
And now we're going to take the timeout.
Yeah, they'll get a little bit more time to discuss the thought process and, of course, how they're going to draw up the face-off play. I think Boyko will be on the bench for the remainder of the game.
I would agree.
Unless, of course, the Mayhem score on the 6-on-5.
He's already stepped into the bench and taken a seat. He will not be returning to the crease.
So now you have to decide who's the extra forward you're going to bring on in this situation. What lines do you want out here? Of course, with 2 minutes and 10 seconds, that's too long for one shift. You'll probably see a rotation to another line, or I would expect at least two. We'll see who they trot out here.
Coach Pshenichny had a question for the linesman there, and Taylor McCloy, the assistant coach and former marksman legend, I should say, is the one with the whiteboard, drawing up the play for the Mayhem. Let's see if he's got something cooked up to defeat his former team. 2:10 left to go in the third. Marksmen up by 1. John Monkovich's third period goal is the difference so far. But this is now the third consecutive game for the Mayhem where they have been right in it down to the wire, which is an encouraging start to the season. Now we'll see how that goes when they get on the road for a long stretch starting next weekend, but face-off will be Cohen's to take. He's out there with Marcinkiewicz, Mastrangeli, Romatario, Godowski, and Grimshaw. Boyko to the bench, extra attacker out. Kenny, after a clean face-off win, Grimshaw is not out. It's Ibarra, the fourth forward. Cohen with time and space. Up top, Mastrangeli. Romatario fanned on the one-timer. A diving play by Marcinkiewicz kept the zone briefly. But this allows Mastrangeli to be the first man to get stick on puck. Marcinkiewicz bats it down. He'll try to skate in. A stick check, offer at the empty net, and bingo. Dalton Hunter, his second of the game, fifth of the season, and it's 4-2 Marksmen.
Just a poor play by Marcinkiewicz there. You have to know you just have to fire that one deep into the offensive zone. If you make a mistake in neutral ice, they're going to have a shot at the empty net, and that's exactly what happened. Just poor awareness there. Has to know, just dump it in, get set up. You have the man advantage. Try and take advantage of it. Instead, tries to dance in center ice, gets it stolen. And that might be the end of this one. The Mayhem, still plenty of time, 1:43, but it will be an uphill battle.
Millette flips it in, and he's got a shove for Cup in the process, but Mayhem still have a minute and a half. You have seen comebacks of this variety before, but it would take a massive effort as Sosinski cannot get to the puck. Boyko's going to go to the bench again.
Interesting to see the Mayhem not rolling over. Good to see from the culture of this team.
Cup takes a big hit there from Millette, and that will definitely draw a crowd.
And you just have to be smart here if you're in the Mayhem. You know you want to respond. It's been one of those games. But you finally will have a big advantage here. Just let him go.
And Millette is taken down here. There is a penalty called on the play. Millette's going to go. It's going to be 6-on-4 for the Mayhem unless they get themselves into a situation here with their words and actions as Winslow's having to be dragged away from Millette.
And I don't like this from Millette. You've talked smack the whole weekend, and eventually when it comes time to it, you won't drop the gloves. As a broadcaster, you never root for heights in hockey, but Millette has talked all the smack, still talking it in the doorway.
And Winslow may have just worked his team out of a power play. He's still got words for the officials. But I'm with you, Joe. I think it's not a great hockey play to not drop the gloves when it's time to after you've been towing that line all weekend.
And unfortunately for the Mayhem, Winslow did enough to where he gets a responding penalty. And they're still talking. I mean, the refs are going to have to send them off. They can't have them on the ice.
Well, the penalty comes with less than 2 minutes to go in regulation, so they won't see the ice again in regulation.
It's just as soon as they come out of the box for handshakes, I don't think we'll see many handshakes. And
especially not between those two. Yep, Winslow's done. Verbally, he definitely became the aggressor. I think Millette might have to go too.
Yeah.
And it appears that is the case. Winslow with a speedy exit. Millette takes a little bit more encouragement. And he will skate off to a hefty crowd of boos.
And for the Mayhem, the positive out of this, while they don't get any power play now, I feel like your team has to be extremely fired up. You just saw one of your veterans put himself on the line for you. And on the other side, you saw Millette not cower out of a situation, but decide to not drop gloves. I mean, that has to be disheartening if you're a marksman. It's the smart play, but at the end of the day, it's a bit of a cop-out, and I think the Mayhem at least get a bit of a boost by seeing their team battle for each other and go to the end of the line for each other.
But after all of that, oh my goodness, the Marksmen are lining up 6-on-3 right now. The only penalty on the board is to Millette. Looks like it'll be 6-on-4 as we thought. Serving the penalty is Acosta.
And there's still plenty of time, 72 seconds, with the 6-on-4 certainly possible.
Goldowski does win the faceoff. That's a good start there. Mastrangeli trying to set things up. You got to work quickly here. Here is Ibarra to Mastrangeli, back to Ibarra. He'll fire it down. Ishizuka tried to feed Grimshaw. Ishizuka taken down. Mastrangeli off the skate of Ishizuka. Ibarra with the takeaway. Puck still loose, and it's kicked away by Grimshaw.
And you have to hurry now. Time is not on your side. Just over 30 seconds remain, and that really was your best chance when you won the faceoff. And after that, that might seal it.
A clearance there by the Marksmen. We're under 30 to play, so it does appear that the Mayhem are going to drop to 1-2, but it's not for a lack of trying. They put together a very concerted effort this evening, and it just didn't go their way, that late third period goal, as Marcinkiewicz still trying to have something to say about the result. And at this point, you just got to get out of here unscathed. You don't want any suspensions going into this long road trip, as Mastrangeli fires a shot right into Kenny with 5 seconds to go.
Yeah, these two teams fired up, and of course, big rivals, and maybe the start of a new rivalry. It's been quite one-sided in the past, but we've been treated to two great games that will both end 4-2 in favor of different teams, most likely. Still have 5 seconds to see, but it's the start of something new here in Macon as they split the series with Fayetteville, and it was a fun one. A lot of aggression and a lot of good play.
This one is won by the Mayhem, the face-off, and we'll have to do it one more time. 0.8 left on the clock, and this will likely just be a puck drop, and then the teams will head to their locker rooms. But for all intents and purposes, looks like a 4-2 win for the Fayetteville Marksmen, a hard-earned win at that, too.
Yeah, it was a gritty game and a great job by the Marksmen to pull out on top. They didn't have the most of the opportunities, but they made the most of what they had. An excellent job to them as we hit the buzzer.
So that will do it. It is a 4-2 final. The Marksmen split the weekend series, and the Mayhem fall to 1-2. They'll be back on the road at Birmingham for their first road game of the season on November 1st. They'll play at Birmingham on the 1st and 2nd. Then they'll be at Huntsville on the 8th, at Evansville on the 9th, and our next broadcast will be on November 15th on the road as these two teams take the ice against each other again. The Mayhem at Fayetteville on November 15th and 16th. They'll play a one-off road game on Friday night at Birmingham on the 22nd, and then it's back here for the next home game in almost a month's time as the Mayhem take the ice against Fayetteville yet again on November 23rd for Pack the Plex night here in Macon. That'll do it for us here tonight on the Mayhem Radio Network and Flow Hockey. Thank you for joining me, Joe Kopp Show. One last time, final score here, 4-2, Marksmen win on this Saturday night in Central Georgia.